we have about 3 cups of bread flour. It's 380 grams. This is 280 grams of warm water with 1 packet of instant yeast in it and 1 spoonful of sugar. We let this sit for about 5 minutes to bloom, and then we pour it into our bread flour. Then we take a spoon and start to mix. Just mix it around, start to form loose dough. Just like that. Okay, now we're going to get a floured surface. Pour our dough out. Get some flour on there so it's not so sticky. And then basically, just what I like to do is a pull, fold, and press. Pull, fold, and press. And we're just going to do this for a few minutes, 5 minutes. Just until it's worked into a nice dough ball. Alright, we've got our dough ball now. It's all worked up. And we're going to take some olive oil, put it in a bowl, spread it around, get the bowl nice and oiled. We're going to take our dough ball, place that in our oiled bowl, then cover it. I usually just use a plate. And I'm going to put this in the oven with the oven light on, but with the oven actually off. Obviously, I'm not going to bake it. But just that little bit of extra heat from the oven light creates a great environment for this to rise. And we're going to let it rise for 1 hour. There we go. See you in an hour. Okay, now that our dough has risen quite a bit, we're going to take some more olive oil and put it in our cast iron casserole pan. Spread some around the bottom. Make sure to get all the sides covered. Nice and oiled. And then we're going to drop our dough into the pan. We're just going to gently spread it as far as we can towards the edges. Careful not to tear it or spread it too thin in any one spot. It doesn't have to get all the way to the edge, but get it as close as you can. So it should look kind of like that. Just spread it out. Okay. Now we're just going to take this entire pan and put it in the fridge for 30 minutes to let the dough relax. Alright, we've allowed our dough to rest in the fridge for 30 minutes. I spread it all the way around to the edges. Then I take my sliced provolone and you cut the circular slices in half. And you want to take the flat edge that you create and lay it right up against the edge, actually curled up onto the edge of the cast iron just a little bit. And fill in the rest like here. Now we're going to take a couple spoonfuls of brown sugar and we're going to add them to 1 jar of just your regular traditional pizza sauce. I like my sauce to be a little bit sweet, so I'll mix in some sugar. And then we're going to spread that on top of the provolone layer. Okay, we spread the sauce on top of the provolone. Then I shredded up some cheddar. I usually use mozzarella, but I only had a block of cheddar, so shredded up. That's about 8 ounces, maybe about your standard one package of shredded cheese, 8 ounces. Then covered it in some pepperonis, and we're going to stick this in the oven at 490 for about 20 to 25 minutes. And here is our result. Still bubbling. It's going to take it a while to cool down. Definitely let it cool before you try to cut it, otherwise it'll be gooey. And then we're going to make some garlic butter as well. I'll show you how to do that. So I like to make a garlic butter sauce for dipping, and basically it's very simple. Just 1 stick of butter. I like to cut it into some cubes to make it melt a little better. And 2 to 3 spoonfuls of white sugar and 2 to 3 spoonfuls of minced garlic. And just melt that in the microwave, stir it all up, and then that's a great thing. You can either baste it onto the top of the pizza or use it as a dipping sauce. And here it is, cut up. Delicious. You can see you get that nice char from that. That's that provolone up along the side. You get that crispy cheese along the edge. You can see how thick this is, and that's why you use the bread flour instead of your regular all-purpose flour, and why allowing it to rise long enough is important. You get this nice thick piece. Very delicious.